age 50 to 59, is making his way toward the Ram's Head finish line. Come on over to the finish line so you can cheer him in. Jim's got an 11-day, 4-hour, and 24-minute finish. Average speed of 11.28 miles per hour. And he is less than 5 minutes away from crossing the finish. Jim started in Oceanside, California 11 days ago and has ridden nonstop across the country. Clock never, ever stops on these riders. And he has had a phenomenal race, top 5, and being chased right now by Phil Fox. But Jim has solidified his 4th overall place. I think so. Susie, are you heading out to escort? All right, here in the horns, I think this is Jim Trout coming into the finish line. Come on, head on over to the finish here. Let's give this guy a big welcome to City Dock. Jim Trout from Washington State. 11 days, 4 hours, 24 minutes. All right, Jim, 10 push-ups, 10 push-ups. Rick Bothling, if you've got a medal for Mr. Trout. You know, while we're standing here, let's give this man a yell like he's worthy of. You can go louder than that. Come on. Don't stop. All that way for a plaque and a medal. There you go, Jim. Oh, that's coming. We need the Trout crew up here. Jim, we all love you. I heard you were very, people really look up to you from Argentina, Brazil, Canada. The hair. It's all hair. The Malvinas. Because John Henry Maurice is on your crew. John Henry, you actually got some claps. Come on, let's hear it for this whole team. They did a great job. Yeah, you and I are going to have a nice little chat in those chairs. What are you going to do? You what? Oh, absolutely. Here we go. Jim has a special treat for his crew.
I have incredible respect for crewing. I've crewed once before, and it is the most selfless, wonderful thing to witness. And I wish I could just eat them all up, because I want them. It was amazing. I would ask for anything on radio, and it would be there 5 seconds later, ready for me, stuffed in my pockets. And they did so much for me, just me, amongst all the trials and tribulations of the ride. So I wanted to give them some memorable plaque of their own. I think they're actually bigger than mine, but that's fine. So if you can help pass those out. And so I'm just really proud of my crew. Everyone says there's no way you could do it without an outstanding crew. And everyone had strengths that just totally just blew my mind away. And sometimes I think there's no way I'm not going to finish this race. I'm not going to punk out because of them, because all the sacrifices they made to come on this trip with me. But yeah, so anyway, I wanted to present these to them as a thank you gift so much. Thank you. My voice is just so good.
All right, thank you. Can we have a
Yeah, sure.
seat together?
Yeah, of course.
Phone? Yeah.
See, the race is over, and it's just nobody wants to win. You forget that.
We'll be good.
So what's up with the escort?
All right.
My gosh, that was the one sin. Don't put a chair down. We did that every time.
Yeah, no kidding. So, Jim, you've been a trout stalked by a fox for like all day. And Mr. Fox just checked into the Ram's Head. You guys had an incredible event. What was it like being in such a tight competition with someone this long? I mean, I know you can really focus on yourself and what you want to do, but having someone there pushing you has got to make a difference.
I actually tried to keep that out of my head because when started thinking about it, then I got out of my game plan. My game plan was to negative split, which meant I had to arrive here at 7 p.m. tonight, and I don't think we quite did.
You almost did. It's a little after 9, but that's not bad. You were so consistent.
Consistent throughout the whole race, and that was my plan. I was DFL. I don't want to explain that, but for those true racers out there who know what a DFL is,
Yeah, it's D, Florida, so yeah.
okay, it's a lonely place, and things weren't going well at the start of the race. We had a flat tire. I threw up again, despite all my best efforts not to. So we were alone for the first 3 or 4 days of the race. We started catching up to a few people, but I didn't want to push it, and then I never looked at the leaderboard until maybe Indiana, and I thought, wow, I'm kind of up there. That surprises me. And then we were talking about goals. We went halfway, and I said, yeah, I want a negative split. Then my crew was kind of putting in the idea.
Negative split is riding the second half of the race faster than you rode the first, and it's something a lot of people are always looking forward to doing, but it's really, really hard. And Jim came really close to doing that.
So that was my personal goal. But then other members of the crew, you could be podium for older than 50, or you could be third overall or fourth overall. So those were in my. I said, well, where is Phil? He's 12 miles away. I'm like, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. The one time I started truly racing him was today, and it was awful. I had the worst day of the entire race today because I kept looking over my shoulder. I kept going to my phone and like, oh, no internet here. Oh, is he close by? And I'm like, that's not my game plan. I should just ride my race. Why am I sitting here? I'm wasting time looking on the phone, refreshing. I don't know if you guys are all refreshed people. I heard people are refreshers. You're like, and they're not really accurate. Like, that's not where I am, you know. So it wasn't my game plan. And again, I enjoyed that motivation for sure. But it should be individual race for this race, and it's all really within to move you forward. And I don't know. I was just thinking coming in today how many pedal strokes I did, and every single one except maybe the first 50 were excruciatingly painful.
Except for the first 50. So really the parade start was the only time you were comfortable?
Yes, that was the only time I was comfortable, like on the bike trail. And after that, you know, it's like, a little stiff, you know, and it just excruciating coming in here. You know, there's the cobblestone. It reminded me of, we had a detour. Did you hear about the detour?
Oh, I heard about the detour.
These are my $100 tires, like on each wheel. So that's $200 of tires and these shards of gravel in the middle of the night. That's when we hit it, and it's just the Ram headquarters said, "Oh, just a little gravel. It's maybe even mostly blacktop, but it's just a couple gravel." No, this is like deep, shardy, curvy. Hey, we didn't know when it was going to go, you know, end. It was the middle, you know, dark. So I did not get a pinch flat from that.
That's because you had $200 tires.
Yeah. I think those were not that. I said, let's get the other bike through this crap. So, yeah, I did not do that.
So, Jim, I want to talk about this is your second Ram finish. You were out here last year. The weather was hideous, and you were about twice your size. You would not believe how swollen Jim was last year from water retention and just looked miserable. I mean, you had to have that. How did you prepare for that?
Yeah, I tried to do everything I did this year that I did last year because I still don't know what happened last year.
Oh, you have no idea?
No, we were thinking salt. Right now I'm starting to gain weight. When I was washing my hands, I felt like a blubbery feeling, like I'm retaining water on my wrists. So I think maybe by day 10 or 11 is when my body just starts breaking down. And so I decided to finish the day earlier this year. So I did. So yeah, I was paranoid. We had a scale. We would always weigh. I had a urine dipstick because I was starting to feel my wrist. I was in an arrow position for majority of the trip. I think that just caused inflammation, but you can see how puffy my wrists and fingers are. And that's where it started last year. So I was thinking, this is where it starts, and this is where the race is going. I was really paranoid, but
I mean, his feet were swollen out of his shoes. This is no exaggeration. He was so big, and edema where you would press on the skin and leave your fingerprint. As I actually did that, I know that's kind of gross, but it was very real.
Yeah, it was like a little Pillsbury Doughboy. Everyone wants to touch it, and yeah.
So what are your plans after this? How are you going to recover? And what are you doing for fun the rest of the summer?
Beer, pizza, ice cream, some crawfish over there. One of my crew did ask, when are you going to ride your bike next? And I go back to work on Wednesday. I ride my bike to work all the time. So Wednesday I'm hopping back on my bike. It's a 3-mile commute each way. It's not going to hang with my family. We're going to kayak and do everything that's fun with just being together. Fishing, kayaking, hiking, playing with our dogs, just family stuff.
So what's it like? You've got to have a really supportive family to do this because you're putting in long miles, you're away from home. Pretty incredible what you put up with.
The answer is you bring them with you.
But that's so exciting for you to go out on a long training ride with husband. Oh, yeah.
You know, I didn't do too many long rides. I feel, how do you train? People always say, how do you train for RAAM? And I think it's more moving. I ride my bike almost every day. I do have certain things, intervals I push myself. I work on my power thresholds in the early winter. But after that, it's just about, I run, I cross-country ski. There's really nothing you can do to prepare for day 3. You're just out there riding your bike. So it's about time management, how to deal with sleep issues, how to maybe just freshen up crew every once in a while, say, you know, you guys are doing great, even though they're at each other's throats on occasion. Our air conditioning broke on our RV, like, I think day 1. Okay. So we had no AC, and, you know, I have 8 crew that said, oh, just make room in the RV. You guys will be fine. And rest for me, too, and they were always smiling, always just, you know, we're having a good time. But I know. Yeah, that's another quality that a great crew has is they always they were there for me and us as a team. So I'm so proud of these guys.
Sounds like lots of fun, Jim. I mean, your legs have been hurting since the parade start. No air conditioning in your RV. I mean, what a blast. And we'll see you next year, I'm sure.
What do you think, guys?
Oh, my God. I've seen such an enthusiastic spouse. Yeah, Jim, go. 2005 was your first one. Yep.
She was crew chief then too. So she's still here, and we have all of our most of our crew from last year when I DNF'd. That was heartbreaking because this is a great crew, and they all came. They all had fun enough to do it. So.
You know, there's some really great personalities in this sport, but I've often heard Jim Trout's got to be one of the best guys out racing as a bike racer, and you really live up to that reputation. It's a real pleasure to visit with you.
Thank you. Can I tell one quick story? No.
Absolutely not.
So the team, when they catch up to you as a solo rider, and the teams from Brazil, I think there were 2 4-person teams, and just so happy to see me. They're going by these really cool aero bikes, and they're taking pictures as they're, Jim, you're awesome. One of the teams, I was a great night on my time trial bike, and I was just cruising. One of them thought I was one of their members because I was going so fast, and he got on his bike and he was trying to chase me down. He was probably like you're yelling at me and saying, "Why are you going so fast? I can't catch up to you to transfer." I said, "Solo," and he's like, "Oh, solo." He's really impressed. So anyway, it was in the middle of the night. That was the detour night, so we were kind of back and forth. It was a fun day.
Jim, thanks very much. Congratulations on a fantastic ride. Congratulations to you. And please, please, please stick around. Phil Fox is through the Ram's Head. He's on his way to the finish line. It would be so wonderful for him to have a big crowd to cheer him in as he comes in. Phil is our Rookie of the Year this year, so the first person in who has never done Ram solo before, and he's had a fantastic race. He'll be top 5. He's going to be 5th overall, second American, and the first American in the 18 to 49 age division. So, wow, let's hear it for the old people this year. I mean, 50 to 59 won. 52. But yeah, please stick around. And Phil should be here. I don't want to, on the far side would be 20 minutes, but he is rolling on his way. Hopefully it'll be quite a bit less than 20. Thank you all. All right, so we do have a time for Phil Fox. 11 days, 5 hours, 33 minutes, average